Wagwan, it's Kerriann from kerriannskravings. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made my homemade tamarind glaze. Sounds good to you? Stick around and let's get cooking. So I'm starting out by adding 2.5 cups of water to my medium saucepan. For this recipe I'm using a 1-pound block of tamarind pulp that I picked up in the Asian food section of my local grocery store. So I'm unwrapping my tamarind pulp and then I'll place it in my pot of water. So now we want our tamarind pulp to break down in our liquid, so we're going to bring everything to a boil on high heat. So as the water heats up, our tamarind pulp will start to soften. We can use our cooking spoon and start to break up the clumps of pulp. That way it can break down quicker and easier in our liquid. So now that our tamarind is completely broken down and we have a paste-like consistency, let's go ahead and reduce our flames to low. So now we want to go ahead and add our garlic. Then I'll follow that up with some fresh ginger. Now let this simmer for 5 to 7 minutes to allow for our ginger and our garlic to completely infuse our tamarind. So this has been simmering for a little bit over 5 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and turn our stove off and move on to the next step. Next we're going to grab a strainer and we're going to sieve as much of the pulp as possible through our strainer and set that aside. Unless you have a pretty big strainer, you want to do this in batches. So once we've extracted as much pulp as we can from our tamarind, we're going to go ahead and discard all the fiber that's left back in our strainer. I was able to extract a little over a cup of tamarind pulp from what I started out with. So now we're going to add a tablespoon of olive oil to our medium-sized skillet. Then we're going to add our scallions. So now we'll turn our heat on a low setting and allow this to saute for 2 to 3 minutes. So now that we've sauteed our scallions, we're going to go ahead and add some pepper. So now I'm going in with some crushed chili pepper because I'm only looking for a little spice without the intense heat. So depending on the level of heat that you're looking for, you can use slices of your favorite hot pepper. So the choice is completely up to you. So now we'll allow our pepper to saute for about a minute. So now we're going to add some fresh black pepper. So now we're going to add our tamarind to our skillet. So now we're going to bring this back up to a boil and allow this to reduce down. Once our sauce has been reduced, we're going to go ahead and add our ketchup. Then we're going to add our sugar to balance out the tart from the tamarind. So we're going to add some honey, and not only will that add some more sweetness to our glaze, it will also give it that nice stickiness that we're looking for. So I'm going to add the juices of 2 oranges for a nice citrusy kick. Just don't forget to remove any seeds that may have fallen in. And lastly, I'm going to add some salt. So now that we've got everything in, we're going to allow this to reduce for about 12 to 15 minutes so that our glaze can thicken up. This smells so good, guys. But you want to give it a quick taste for sugar and adjust accordingly. And here you have it, a rich and spicy and sweet and tangy tamarind glaze. This goes well with all your meats and all your wings. It's going to give them such a great flavor. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me today. I hope you will give this recipe a try, as well as give us a thumbs up and share the recipe with your friends. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, we invite you to do so now and ring that notification bell. As always, my friends, one love and stay blessed.